Where is a teacher supposed to be if not in the classroom during school time? At the coffee shop, on the street corner, organizing protests, talking politics, pursuing party politics almost all the time, day in and day out, indoctrinating school students. Is that what a teacher supposed to do? Well, let's talk about a large number of teachers hitting the streets of Kathmandu in a desperate bid to fulfill their demands. Welcome to the program. It has become a common knowledge for the Nepalese, for the Kathmanduites in particular, that teachers of government schools are not happy with the education bill. This education bill has been tabled in the parliament for discussions by the government, of course, but the teachers, they are not happy with that bill, and they have found a very strong way, literally, to raise objections to that very bill. Thanks to this rapid uh, explosion of information and communication technology, it has touched every walk of life, even in Nepal. Most of the public, most of the population of Nepal, I guess, knows about this Kathmandu centric protest of the teachers. Most of them already know, many of them guardians and students and teachers themselves and other stakeholders like politicians, bureaucrats. All of these people know well that the Nepal Teachers Federation boycotted the government initiated talks aimed at sorting out the issues that the teachers have been raising in a bid to address their concerns. They all know that the Federation called upon teachers to hit the streets of Kathmandu. It just has been mobilizing 15,000, around 15,000 teachers in a desperate bid to make the government address its demands. What are the demands? Let's talk about them. Before the demands, let's talk about the protest and its impact on the members of the general public, including the very students who take these teachers as their heroes. As I told you earlier, around 15,000 teachers from across the country have descended on the streets of Kathmandu in a bid to press the government to fulfill their demands. This protest has brought the classroom, the teaching learning activities to a halt in government schools. Apart from that, it has affected traffic movement also within the Kathmandu Valley. It has literally thrown the traffic system out of gear in the Kathmandu Valley, affecting people from all walks of life. Not to mention the impact that it has on the students as well as their parents, on the whole society. This protest and its impact that it has on the society, it's a huge impact. And what's more, like, both sides are toughening their stances. uh, no one is willing to relent as of this presentation. That means the people, the students, the guardians, and other stakeholders will continue to suffer because of this protest. Traffic congestions in the already clogged arteries of Kathmandu have become the norm rather than the exception, causing immense difficulties to hundreds of thousands of road users, including motorists, pedestrians, cyclists, and bikers. Traffic police personnel, they never had it easy. The protest has made their job more difficult. So, what has made the teachers slam the classroom door on the student and hit the streets? You may wonder. The draft bill pending in the parliament, that is the cause of their discontent. That is the cause of their anger. Per Nepal Teachers Federation, the bill has failed to address issues like job security of temporary teachers, appointment of the principal, transfer of teachers, as well as performance appraisal. Per some media reports, the bill's provision on empowering local governments to evaluate and transfer teachers has not gone well with the Federation. The Federation it has been demanding, as per the reports, that that this uh, the bill's proposal to empower local governments to evaluate and transfer uh, teachers should be like done by the government. It should be the federal government who should uh, evaluate the performance of teachers and make decisions on their transfers. This does not mean this does not mean that the teachers have no right to exercise a hoard of their rights, including collective bargaining. Collective bargaining is a fundamental right. It is an internationally accepted practice and an important means through which employees and their organizations and trade unions can ensure fair wage and working conditions. Collective bargaining covers issues like wages, working time, training, occupational safety and health, and equal treatment. The objective of negotiations is to arrive at a collective agreement that regulates terms and conditions of employment. We are not saying that the teachers do not have to do not have the right to air their genuine grievances. All we are saying that they should stage protests in a way that does not hit the public, that does not cause further hardships to the public, that has already been reeling from different crises like escalating market prices, joblessness, political instability, so on and so forth. The list goes on. This looks like a battleground, doesn't it? In fact, it is a scene from the teachers' protest in Kathmandu. This kind of uh, show of strength. It shows the strength of the teachers, but at the same time, it causes immense inconveniences to the people also. As a very responsible section of the society, the teachers, I think, should be mindful of the inconvenience. They should be mindful of the inconveniences that their protest has been causing to the public as well as the students. The teachers should keep in mind that democracy is not a one-way road, as it will be like quite contextual to remember. Teachers were at the forefront of many protests for change, political changes in particular, as also uh, cadres of different political parties that were underground during the Panchayat era. They played a crucial role in raising awareness among the masses. They had a crucial role in readying the people for the changes. They just were at the forefront of those epoch making changes in Nepal. But these are the times when you can just exercise your rights. You can just air your protest, air your dissent, air your reservations on topics without hugely impacting the larger masses. You can do that without violating the rights of lakhs of other people, lakhs of other Nepali citizens. As democracy is not a one-way road, there are like many ways in which you can just opt for protest without trampling on the rights of other peoples, without causing inconveniences to them. While exercising their right, one should not trample on others' rights, and this applies to the teachers as well. Our society, it has high regards for teachers. It takes the teacher as the remover of darkness, that is ignorance. It takes them as the guiding light. It takes the teachers as someone who leads humanity from darkness toward light. The word guru is like a Sanskrit word that means someone who just removes darkness inherent in us. That darkness is ignorance. That darkness is the lack of knowledge and wisdom. And the teacher is that agent who leads us towards enlightenment. Such a huge role it plays, such a huge role a teacher has to play in a backward society like ours. The teachers should have also respected the rights of other sections of the society while opting for protests. And that other section of the society includes the children, their right to education. The teachers should not have violated the children's right to an education while exercising their rights without causing further hardships to the public that has already been grappling with numerous problems like rising food inflation, joblessness, and political instability. The government and the federation should hold talks and reach a negotiated settlement without further delay, without causing further inconveniences to the public. The onus, the onus is on both sides to soften their respective stances for the greater good of Nepal's education society, for the greater good of the Nepali society as a whole, which also includes children. The children, they symbolize a bright future of this country, and the teachers, they should not uh, hold the future of this country for ransom. They should just opt for like some the government in of course as well as the teachers should just sit for talks and iron out their differences and reach a negotiated settlement. They both should leave that my way or highway attitude and opt for a settlement. They should just make peace instead of hitting the streets and holding the country hostage for the sake of uh, their concerns alone, because there are thousands of lakhs and lakhs of people who have been deprived of their rights. So the teachers should strive to reach some negotiated settlement with the government instead of just toughening their stances. And the government also should show magnanimity and uh, take initiatives for talks to sort out this crisis. We have been trying to just be your voice. We have been trying for quite some time to raise your genuine concerns. That includes the concerns of the teachers as well. But democracy, as I said, is not a one way road. Like there are so many road users in that path of democracy. While exercising your right, you have no right to trample on the rights of others. They may be journalists, politicians, teachers, bureaucrats. No one has that right to trample on others' rights while exercising your rights. That is what my point is. With this remark, I wrap up this edition of Soft Talk. I again request you to subscribe to this channel. As you know, we have been trying our bit to promote citizen journalism. We have been trying to be your true voice. I request you to subscribe to this channel, comment on our presentation, and press that like button if it touches your hearts and minds. By the way, this presentation is not intended not against any group in particular. All I want is for the better senses to prevail. I want peace to prevail, law and order to prevail like all other Nepalese. So please keep that in mind. Support our channel, subscribe to our channel, comment on our presentation. Let those comments be a bit decent, and press that like button. It will give a huge boost to our effort to promote citizen journalism. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.